Hello, welcome back to my channel. Now for something completely different. What you're looking at are two chair seats that were done with deer hide. And friends of mine who hunt every year, I asked them last year if I could have the deer skin, and they were really happy because normally they don't do anything with the deer skin, and they normally the parts of the deer that they don't use, and they use a lot of it, but the parts they don't use, they leave out for the wildlife in their piece of property. And so when I asked them if I could have the deer skin to make something beautiful out of it, they were really happy to give it to me. And I did these by fleshing out the hide on the inner side, and then treating it with borax, and then hanging it up for a few days on a barn, and then sweeping off the rest of the borax and putting the seats together. So this year they were once again successful, and I actually went over and helped them skin the deer and clean the deer, so I got to see the whole process. And they are bow hunters, and so the animal was killed with respect and treated with respect, and it's going to feed their family this year. And I'm excited to once again see what I can do with the skin. This year I wanted to try taking my skill set a little bit further, and so I've been researching brain tanning, and so that is what I'm going to attempt to do with the skin that I was gifted this year, and I'm going to take you along for the process. So this is a fleshing knife, and it's got a sharp side and it's got a flat side, and I will be using it to clean off the remaining fat from the inner side of the deer hide. And so this is what I rigged up to clean it on. It's a 6-inch diameter PVC pipe, and I just slung it through a ladder so it's going to be at my waist height, so I'll be able to easily work the skin on it. And once I've finished fleshing it out, the deer skin is going to go into a mixture of rainwater and hydrated lime, and it'll soak in there for about 3 days, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. Wow, y'all, this knife is incredible. Last year when I had done those chair seat hides, I was working on a flat board on the ground with kitchen knives, and wished I'd had this and the PVC pipe. So if you attempt to do this, I would highly recommend getting a fleshing knife and a PVC pipe to make your life easy. This is going really easily, really fast. I'm super excited. All right, I'm gonna pause you here while I finish up the rest of this. Hi, so here we are looking at the deer hide. It's now I've finished the fleshing, and I've got it soaking in a solution of rainwater and hydrated lime, and it will be in here for approximately 3 days. That's about how long it takes for the alkalinity of the lime solution to loosen the hair follicles. Then the next step will be putting this back onto the PVC beam and using the fleshing knife, this time on the fur side, removing the fur, so it will be a clean piece of what will eventually become buckskin. Once the once the fur is beginning to loosen, and I will rinse this out really, really well to get any residual alkalinity out of it and let it dry a little bit, and then put it back on the beam and clean the fur off of it. And then we'll be ready for the next part of this process, which will be doing the brain tannings. Okay, so I'm checking on the deer hide, and the fur is easily pulling out now. So today is the day for me to remove the fur and then also flip the hide over and do the membrane on the other side, which was below the fat and a little bit of flesh area that I had scraped prior to putting it into this alkaline solution. So you'll be joining me in just a few minutes for that. Hey y'all, the hair is slipping out of the hide really, really easily. I'm using the flat side of the fleshing knife to do this, and I probably just paused the film so that I don't waste a lot of camera time on this, but yeah, it's working well. Has a little bit of a smell to it, but really not that bad, and the alkaline solution of the hydrated lime in the water has pretty much taken care of it. So I'm going to keep going, but I'm going to pause the film here so I'm not wasting a lot of camera time taking the fur out. So what I've discovered is that along the very edge of the hide, the fur was not wanting to slip off easily. So I think I'm going to put it back into the alkaline solution for one more evening. And the other thing was, I'm trying to do the membraning side, and it also is not lifting off as easily as what I've seen. So I'm going to pause the attempt to clean it today, put it back into the alkaline solution this evening, and continue with this hopefully tomorrow. The rest of the fur will slip off easily, and I can then do the membrane side. And what they did say is that the membrane side, everything will stick to it, and that's absolutely true. Everything is sticking to that side. Anyway, I think I'm close with the alkaline treatment. So going to give this one more evening in the solution and continue tomorrow.